Good day, my mighty baboon. We are back in our Grim Dawn walkthrough. In the last episode we just finished the Dark Veil Gate, and today we have a heavy schedule. We are going to cross the Asterkarn Road all the way up to Fort Archon, and along the way we are also going to do the Tomb of Archon Barthollem, and that will let us finish the Sacred Ashes quest. So without further ado, let's go. And like always in my playthrough, I went the wrong way. I should have gone up on the right and climbed the stairs, but that's okay. Let's kill this hero. In my view, the Asterkarn Road and the Asterkarn Valley are probably the most boring area in the game. There are just not much to do there. You just have to move forward and follow the path until you arrive to Fort Archon. So we are going to move through there as fast as we can. For the most part, the Asterkarn Road are going to look like that. Some kind of forts, and we are going to move along ramparts. And we are going to encounter a lot of different creatures. We are going to meet Bloodsworns, Chthon monsters and Ether monsters. But we should not encounter major difficulties in this area. Let's go downstairs here. And then let's cross the gate north. In between the forts, we are going to encounter Yetis. They have a lot of health points and are going to do cold damage, but we should be fine. In this area there are going to be 3 knots to grab. So this is the first one here. Hello, Chill Blood. Okay, let's go. Around here there is going to be the second journal. Just here. And as I said, there is also going to be ether creatures. Oops, I forgot to take the note. Let's go back. And so here we have the second rift gate of the Asterkarn Road. So just after that we are going to have a second fort. And with that, we have already finished the Asterkarn Road. As I say, nothing much there, and after the bridge, we are going to enter the Asterkarn Valley. So the valley is going to be a little different. First of all, we are going to find a desecrated shrine there, and then in there it's going to be many beasts, so Yeti, but also goblins. As you can see on the minimap, there is a shrine northeast, but we cannot unlock it at the moment. That's going to be tied to a quest that we are going to do later. But before we are able to do that, we will need to raise our reputations with the rovers. And southwest, there is a dungeon called the Tomb of Archon, but I'm probably not going to do it, because part of this area is only accessible if we join the Cairn's Chosen, and there is nothing much there, so I'm probably going to skip it. So let's continue to move west. And we can already see the rift gate on the minimap, so let's unlock it. And then if we just continue a little further west, we are going to find a desecrated shrine. It's going to be just north from here. There are going to be a bunch of goblins around it, but they are not a threat. Let's take care of them. And let's restore the shrine. Okay, it was not a desecrated shrine, it was a ruined shrine. Let's finish the goblins, and then we are going to assign our devotion point. So, we just finished the Wendigo the last time, and what am I going to do right now? We are still missing Chaos and Primordial Affinity to unlock the Dying God. And for Ratosh, we are still missing some Order and Eldritch affinities, so we can go in different directions there. We could start to work on the Order and unlock the Panther. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to unlock the Crossroad Star for Order. That's also going to give us more health, and I never say no to that. And let's continue. Here, just on the left, there is going to be a breakable wall with hidden spoil behind, so we might as well grab it. If only it had more armor, then I would consider it. These gloves are bad, and this spellbook might be useful. It has +2 to Ravenous Hearth. I'm probably not going to go with it, because it's similar to what we have already, but we will have a look. So now to continue, we should move north, but just to show you, I'm going to go east, and we are going to see the other shrine, the one that is locked at the moment. Okay, it's going to be for the south. There's a Soul Totem, we're going to do it. Let's start the totem. Stone Hurt Reflective. We should not have an issue with him. Ravatix. We are fine. Good, we get the Relic Blueprint. Inferno is obviously not going to be for us. And let's have a look at this weapon. Not good. No. So this is obviously good for a fire build. We are not going to use that. We might consider these boots at some point. And that's it. Let's read the notes. I also level up, so let's assign our points. At that point, I think I'm just going to push the Oppressor Mastery Bar. I really want to get the Guardian of Empyrean as soon as we can. They are going to bring Vitality debuff, and that's really going to be great for our build. And now let's have a look to the other shrine. It's going to be just east. Oh, and we meet Ragrathar. That's a boss that is going to mainly deal bleed and cold damage. And our health is not even dipping. We are really fine at that point. We get an Ancient Heart, that's always cool. And now just here there are going to be some Blood Swans and the shrine. But at that moment, as you can see, we cannot interact with it. And as I said, that's going to be something that we are going to do later, once we reach a better reputation with the rovers. Let's teleport back to the Rift Gate, that's going to be faster. And then let's be on our way. We just need to move north at that point, and we are going to soon arrive to Fort Icon. here it is. And so in there, we are going to meet some key monsters chosen, so be sure to have some elemental resistance. If you move further east, you are going to arrive where Inquisitor Creed is and where the Rift Gate of Fort Icon is. But first, we turn north, and we are going to do the Tomb of Archon Barthollem. We get the Resistant Mutator. It has absolutely no impact for us, as we do not deal elemental or physical damage. And this tomb, as you can see, is going to be filled with Schemons chosen. So again, be sure to have at least some fire and lightning resistances. There might be a totem around here. Yeah, there is a chance to have a totem here, but we are unlucky and it's not here. We are just going to continue, and we are going to soon arrive to the second floor of this dungeon. Honestly, unless you are very low on resistances, you should not be in trouble here. If you have followed the key monsters chosen instead of the Order of the Death Vigil, instead of encountering key monsters chosen here, you will encounter members of the Order. And so the main difference is that members of the Orders are going to deal cold damage instead of fire and lightning damage. But in terms of difficulty, it should be similar. Let's go to the second floor. And at the end of this floor, we are going to meet a boss that is going to be, wait for it, Archon Barthollem. Who would have guessed? Like the Cairns chosen, he is going to deal mainly fire damage. Let's grab this note. And here just north, we are going to have the pleasure to meet Archon Barthollem. So let's go. I'm going to directly pop the Mark of Torment. My health is dipping, so I'm also going to cast Ascension. The damage absorption is going to help. And at that point we should be fine. There we go. So we have the Desecrated Ashes of Empyrean that is required for the Sacred Ashes quest. We also get this badge, that is good. And then in the middle in the sarcophagus, we can also get some more items. These gloves are very bad. And now if you continue north, it will bring you back to Fort Icon. But before we do that, we have one secret area to explore. So we are going to stay here. Before that, let me just go back to Sorrow's Bastion so that we can complete the Sacred Ashes quest. We are going to improve Vire's Might soon. That way we'll be able to skate further and move faster. Have you vanquished our foes and claimed the ashes? Yes, I have them here. Excellent! With these ashes, Malkadar shall once again take form in the physical realm. I hope many Chosen died trying to stop you from claiming them. Can we perform the ritual now? You have served the Order well in preparing for Malkatha's return, but the final step must be left to the Order's most trusted members. And oh, we get the Torment Relic? That's an interesting one for us. We will get more damage. However, am I going to use that? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, 8 vitality damage and 35% of vitality damage is not going to be a big difference at that point. And we will get some vitality resistances, but vitality resistance is usually not a problem for us. It will probably be easy for us to reach 80%. And so to be able to continue the Order questline, we will need to improve our reputation, but that's going to take a while. So let's go back to the tomb. So let's create a rift gate. And oh no! Why did I create a rift gate? I had to use the Soros Bashan rift gate to go back to our personal rift gate that was in the tomb. Oh well, we will need to go back by feet. So let's report back to the Asterkarn Valley, and then let's run back to where we were. Alright, we are back. And here, there is something that is not obvious. It personally took me a while to find this, but here there is a loose torch, and if you touch it, you will unlock this passage here. And this will bring us to a new area, the last Tomb of the Damned. So we get a new mutator. That's a very good one if you are an elemental caster, but that's a bad one for us. We are going to be hit more often, and we are going to take more damage. In here we are going to meet a lot of ghoul. Do be careful about them, they can be dangerous. Especially when they die, you will see they are going to cast something on the ground. Do not stay in there, especially if you do not have a lot of bleeding damage. This is going to smelt your health bar. So be mindful about that as you progress in this area. We get the Apothecary's Touch, not for us. So as I said, either be sure to have a lot of bleeding resistance, or really do not stay on the thing they cast when they die. And this area is fairly small, and we come here because, as you can see, there is a shrine, and also we are going to meet a boss very soon, and that's going to be Nacrathan the Timeless. He might be tricky for us, because he's going to have a lot of vitality resistances, so he's going to be tough to beat. As you can see, we are not doing much to his health bar, and he's going to just deal vitality damage, and we should be fine with that. So that's just going to take a little longer for us. If you have a build that uses other damage type, that should be much easier. Come on! And here we go. Let's see, we got the Spirit Crusher. That's not too bad for a Necromancer, but the Bone Spike is just better. That's a no-brainer for us. If you don't use Ravenous Earth, that's a very good one for a Necromancer, but not for us. Let's check the sarcophagus. And let's restore the shrine. Okay, so now we're going to start our first order devotion. As I said earlier, one decent one is the Painter. It's going to give us boss order and primordial affinity. It doesn't synergize so well with our build. We are going to get some pets at some point, but that's not going to be the main focus of the build. Another decent one could be the Lion, just 3 points to get 3 order. There's also the Lotus that would help us with energy management. The Turtle is also going to be a decent defensive alternative, but it has 5 stars to unlock versus 4 stars for the Painter. And you know what, let's select the Painter. I can always respec later anyway. With that, we have finished the Lost Tomb of the Damned, so we are going to walk back to the Tomb of Archon Barthollem, and then we are going to go back to Fort Icon. So we go back where the boss was. And then here we can go out back to Fort Icon. So as you can see, we are just at the entrance of the tomb, so we just need to go out. And from there, we just need to go back to the main trail. And then we're not going to be too far from the Rift Gate. So let's go, we're going to go east now. And then once we cross the bridge, we are going to be there. There is an NPC here, but nothing interesting. He's just going to die. And we can already see the Rift Gate, and like the one of Whitemire, we'll need to kill 3 waves before we can activate it. It's going to be many ether creatures. And that's it. With that, my friends, that's going to be it for today. In the next episode, we are going to do the dungeons around the Fort Icon area, and we're also going to beat a boss called Lucius. I hope that you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to add a like and subscribe to the channel, and see ya!